So now when you have these multiple teams, you have product owners, you have these developers. What SAFe says is first, all these teams working for the same product, let's bring them together and call it as a program. And what we do is, Raman has been working as a product owner for a long time. Raman is going to the manager and say, hey, I need promotion, I need promotion. You have implemented SAFe. Okay, we'll promote Raman to product management, who is going to work with all the POs from multiple teams. And at a program level, we have something called program backlog. Product management is going to, so whatever product owner was doing at the team level, owning the product backlog, now product management is going to manage the program backlog. Now, Gita is also not happy with her role. Let's say, hey, I also need promotion. You started implementing SAFe, the team size is growing. Okay, we'll promote Gita to, we call it Chief Scrum Master or Release Train Engineer. So don't get confused with the word release. It is not technical. So RTE is the Scrum Master for the program. Now we have all these different teams. And they said, hey, we are all self-managed, self-organized. We decide how to implement. Now imagine we have 10 teams and then every team will have their own way of handling exceptions in the product. I'll say, no, we are very comfortable with the whatever is available with the Visual Studio. Then somebody will say, no, we were using a third-party exception handling framework. We'll use that. So imagine 10 different teams working implementing 10 different frameworks for logging, catching exceptions. Will that not be a complete chaos for the product? So somebody has to give some guideline. Here we have a new role called system architect, who is going to provide all the teams the technical guidelines, what tool to use, what framework to use. And we have another role here called business owner, who is typically the sponsor of the program. And this team of teams, we call it as, so this is known as an art. Art is of 50 to 125 people. So they have this, all these 100 people or 125 people, they have this common vision through a program backlog. From here, we will form the team backlogs. How and when, what does it have? I'll explain. Okay. And this construct of SAFe is known as essential SAFe. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, so our CTO is even happier. We have done SAFe. We are doing this art. We said, okay, we'll hire more people. We'll start more development. Now, one team, one art. We'll add one more art. So one art will probably work on all the user-based features, and one art will work on how to interface with different banks, anything external. Maybe they are related. So what we'll do is we'll bring in these two arts together. Again, if there is a need, we have these multiple teams, and we have here the product management. We have these RTs here. If there is a need, if this is how bigger the product has become, then what we call is bring them together, these two arts, and call it as a solution. Now we had 2 years, no, last year only we had promoted Raman to RT. He's still not happy. He says, no, I still need one more promotion. So we promoted Raman to product management, right? Now I said, okay, we'll promote Raman to solution management. And solution management is going to work on solution backlog. Right? Now, Gita also needs promotion. What do we do? So we call this as solution train engineer. And then we have solution architect. And we call this as solution train. Possibly it could also have some vendors or suppliers if needed. And this construct of safe is known as large solution safe. Okay, any questions so far?
Yeah, the primary question I have is in case of large solution safe or solution train, who owns the entire responsibility?
Well, look from the Scrum process. Scrum process, who owns the entire responsibility?
Product owner. I mean, as a team, okay. Product owner is a team. Team, yeah.
Everybody has their role cut out, right?
Okay.
A content authority remains with the product owner. Similarly, here the content authority remains with the solution management. On top of it, there are some things we'll talk about it. And your business owner will be here now. The business owner is sponsoring. It could be a senior executive who is primarily looking at how much I'm investing for this solution, how many developers are there. So everybody has their own roles.
And the same goes to even the ART, right?
Yeah, ART, yeah, the Agile Release Train.
Yeah.
The content
of it has a different meaning because of COVID now.
Sachit, can you call as a solution management and portfolio management?
We're coming to it. Okay, portfolio, I'm coming to it.
Okay.
Now this is large solution safe. Now most of the frameworks, or probably say all of the frameworks, they only talk about execution. We only talk about execution, how to build the product, the developers, the IT team. But we still, nobody talks about the strategic team. Now, how are we allocating budget to these different solutions? How are we approving these big initiatives? So we are not talking, no framework is talking about the strategic layer. So we have this execution layer and strategic layer. Most of the frameworks are talking about how to build the product. Nobody is talking about what happens to our budgeting and costing and approving initiatives. Are we changing? Are we still doing it in a traditional way? That is why SAFE says we bring in something called lean portfolio management. And we also need to have a relook at how we are governing our budgeting, costing, and who is approving. Now, suddenly somebody say, no, we need to build a mobile app, not website, mobile app. Now, how do we ensure that building a mobile app will bring in the right ROI? Who is going to approve that initiative? So that is why we have a layer called LPM. Now, maybe in the execution layer, I have one node. Right? It is still, that means it is essential safe. I have one node. And on top of it, if I have the lean portfolio management, again, we'll cover this again, lesson 5. If we have that, then this construct of safe is known as portfolio safe. If at all, your upper management who is deciding all the budgeting, costing, if they are also working as per suggestions of safe, you have that lean portfolio management layer, then you call this as a portfolio safe. With essential safe at the execution layer. Now, if you have a large solution here, For the execution, we have broad solution. On top of it, we have LPM, and we call it safe. So these 4 different configurations of safe.